Hello, beautiful Leos. Welcome to your reading. If you're new here, this is Divine Light, and I'm so happy you have joined me today. In this reading, we will dive into the energies of money, career, finances, the material things coming up for you within the next 4 weeks. We're going to start out with your coffee cup, then we're going to move on to the tarot. And if you go on to enjoy this message, don't forget to give some love, hit subscribe. That's the free way to support the channel. And if you would like to receive a private reading from me, I have my email in the description box. Just send me an email and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Let's see what's happening for you. Tears of joy falling into the 3rd week timeline. And I see someone actually with like a top hat standing there. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. Let's get some more light here. Somebody's standing there with a top hat. This can be an authority figure. Kind of looks like someone with like a big belly. And that can be representative of someone who's wealthy and that they are outside of your comfort zone. They're not really in your heart space. They're not really maybe someone that you know currently, but it's something like when the time comes, they're going to become relevant, okay? Right now, what we see inside here kind of looks like the 2 eyes of the salamander staring at you. There's a person, looks like a frog face they have. This can be a resourceful person. However, they have this kind of like shady aura. And they have this like their mind, like they have this hat which has like 3 tentacles coming out of it. Kind of. They're not the best energy you can face at this moment. So it seems like you might require something. There's some clouds over you right now. You don't have clarity about a subject. And in the meantime, you might get someone with an offer. Maybe looking like you're offering help. However, there might be some fine print that you're not reading that can become a troublesome situation in the future. So if you're in that kind of position, seems like the things are going to work out for the better. We have another beautiful cup showing up here. I see a letter M as in Matthew or Mary. This can be another new thing coming into your life. Maybe this can even be someone that you keep it taking help for a while now, but it seems like this time around they might be scattered. Can be even asking to use something that belongs to you. However, they are not really. For example, think of your car. Maybe you allow someone to take your car with a gas tank full, but then they return it empty. Okay, that's actually when you look at it from an ethical perspective, it's not an ethical behavior. So they might tell you, "Oh, I'm gonna pay." But the payment that they bring is not really going to cover for the gas they use, for example. This can be something like that. Even though it seems like a good opportunity at that point, might not be ending up beneficial to you. But it seems like there's something different here that you don't really foresee. It's not in front of you. And this person has number 7 above them. So that's actually symbolizing most of the time a lucky number. So maybe you're dealing with a person who's lucky all the time, who get lucky. So they're used to getting their way around all the time. And that's why it cannot be too much of a beneficial for you. However, when you focus on the other possibilities, I see this kind of even looks like a sword appearing. I don't know if you can see the sword right there under the cup. These are the tools of the magician, by the way. And the magician is the alchemist who turns metal into gold, meaning there's a skill, there is something, a metal, maybe even a property that you have. At this point, it can turn into the gold. What you're missing here is the wand, Leo. You are the fire. You already have inside of you that passion and the fire and the creativity. And cup is emotional attachment. And the sword is logic. And the last thing we have is the pentacle. And that's the financing maybe you're missing there. But it seems like that's also showing up here from the shadows. You can see there's a pentacle appearing here. It's about maybe a little bit patience and also planning is going to get you to within a week or so is going to really help you to see the things that are available to you that will elevate your situation. Okay. When we get to the 2nd week, I see someone here who has the pentacle in their hand. So the pentacle can be money, or this can be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, who's is someone who has the resources that you need at this time. That's why it can require you to be a little bit patient, because it seems like you're receiving the tools that you need one at a time. It's in the beginning of the week, so it can come immediately. It doesn't have to take too long. But it seems like here they're like, maybe they have this pentacle in their hand, they're playing with the energy, they don't know what to do with it, so there might be a presentation necessary for them to maybe give you the support. Under it, I see here there's a peacock. Peacock indicates being visible. Okay, the male or female doesn't matter. When you look at the peacocks, they are actually showing off their feathers when it is necessary, when there's a male is showing off to the female. So there is a necessity to show your powers here. So if you don't show it, if you bring like your tails down and do not present yourself, that pentacle can actually stay in this person's hand forever. So there might be a situation coming in front of you that you need to really pitch your thoughts to a person who has maybe material financing. This can be also, I said the thoughts, but it can be your skills. Okay, it can be maybe you want to go to school. It's the simplest thing. Even if we want to go to school, we prepare lots of paperwork and write down our skills and what we have done. Those are also the things that we need to display, put ourselves on a display and become visible. For some of you, Leo, yes, you are very powerful and very visible. Even if you try to hide yourself, you become visible. But I feel like here there's an extra effort necessary here to become extra visible. This doesn't mean that going out of your way and becoming someone else that you're not. This is actually indicating of being truly who you are, fully being in your energy, and show that fire to this person. And I feel like that is going to bring you the bag, because you can see someone actually grabbing a white bag here. Bag of flour, bag of gold, bag of your heart's desire here. And this person also seems like there's a W in their body here. W can be the win that they're going to bring to you. Another thing here, W can be in their first name or the last name, like a William, Watson, I'm trying to think, Ava with a W maybe. So it seems like this person might be a winner also overall in life, because they have like good positive investment ideas. In your heart space, I see two people coming together. Like if there's a darker energy, there's a lighter energy, and there's a star in between. And the darker energy is holding the star. Darker energy can be the things that are hidden at this moment that you're not showing off and showing outside. Maybe these are your hidden thoughts, desires, or plans about the future. And there's a lighter energy coming forward. So it seems like you're starting to reveal those things. But it seems like whatever it is that is deep down, that is hiding right now, is carrying the star, meaning your wish fulfillment. When you start making them visible, then it is going to actually start to shine the light of the star as well. There are many stars in the universe, but we see the ones that are close to us. So this can indicate that you really need to get close to the ones, the people, or you need to put yourself in the situation so you can really achieve your heart's desire when it comes to material success. I even listened to another person the other day, and because we want to, this is about soulmates, but I feel like finding your dream job or manifesting the dream income source is actually also finding a soulmate energy. And this person says, if all of you want a soulmate, however, none of you are willing to go outside and meet with people. So that's true, basically. You would like something, but you don't really hear. Maybe there's a fear here. I feel that kind of energy too. There's a necessity here to show fully. Showing fully doesn't mean that becoming really accessible to everyone. This can be even feeling the courage, which Leo, that this is your energy, by the way. Post a picture of the flower that you enjoy very much and you think that the world should see this beauty. Okay, it's that simple. It doesn't have to start in a massive way. And it seems like that is actually going to bring a fire-breathing dragon to you. And this can even be you becoming that dragon, by the way. because you have the fire energy. Another thing I see, there's a person right there, an older, like maybe mustache, I said, but kind of when I look deeper, it looks like an older woman, kind of like this witch in a hot type of energy. I feel she has a crescent moon behind her, and there's a key right next to her as well. This can be an ancestral energy. This can be a connection to the elders. Maybe you have a grandmother that you haven't talked to for a while. Don't take the witch energy in a sense of a negative way, because the witch were the women they were actually, they knew which plant can be a painkiller, or what you should do in order to heal faster, like what kind of like ointment you should be putting on yourself. Those were the women that were called witches. And so this can be someone who has that kind of like a healing touch. Okay, take it in that way. And their healing touch is really going to be effective, and maybe even we have the key right here to unlock some things within you. This can be a book that you're going to be reading. This can be a person you're going to be talking to. So don't limit yourself into a certain person or character. It can even be someone talking to an old neighbor, giving you advice that is sound. Okay, and the dragon here is right above her, so I feel like they might even guide you towards that dragon, that you are maybe considering to do something, but you're hesitant. This is because it requires too much courage and passion, and this person can give you that inspiration to pursue that passion. Another thing I see here, within the 4th week, there's like this, is this a squirrel? Like there's like an animal here which kind of looks like it has wings and a tail. Again, reminds me of like a prehistoric animal. It's a bright energy, and I see here someone is sitting down and kind of like reading stories to a letter E right there. E can mean someone's first name or their last name. E is in the Leo. E is the 5th on the alphabet. So can be indicative of like number 5 as well, which is travel. So somebody's reading a story to number this character. So this can be the stories of the travel that you're listening from someone, getting inspired from them, or their life story, or how they achieved success. It is like, or maybe reading someone, like I have here the Think and Grow Rich, and I keep reading this book after listening to Bob Proctor actually found riches after analyzing this book thoroughly. So this can even be listening to someone's story or reading someone's story of getting rich. This seems like it is going to lead you towards maybe even discovery. I see an eye right here with your own eyes looking into the worth and value that is available to you. But this is prehistoric. Prehistoric meaning before you become aware of that, the money culture, what money is. Maybe what... going back into the roots of money, where it come from, because money is a type of energy. It's really hard to understand that, because we grow up with the knowledge that money is everything. We cannot buy anything without money. Money is a material thing. However, when you look at it, when you change countries, that makes actually very clear that we give the meaning to the paper, because when you go to a different country, the paper's value changes, the paper's name changes. It's just, we call it money, but it just, everybody calls it a different thing. So I feel like this can be a prehistoric thing, or can be historical for sure, can be your history, you actually understanding your family's money structure, which is going to illuminate things. And I told you, this creature is flying. It can even elevate you immediately when you realize what this is. Okay, let's dive into your saucer now. It can even be like if you have farm or working with animals, it can be something like that, related to that too. If you have a question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind, and let's see what the answer is going to be. For that one, crescent moon is right away appearing. So some of you are going to receive some maybe legal, governmental, or institutional support, or ideas, can be approvals outside your comfort zone. The person here standing still, they turn into a planted seed. So it can be the seed that you're planting, the crescent moon that you are actually using, can be you are actually going outside your comfort zone and using maybe an institution is going to connect you with this person as well. Your desire coming really fast. It doesn't really have any obstacles. I don't see any obstacles in your heart. The only thing I see here is significant. You can see there's a person right there. One eye is closed. The other, you're seeing maybe with one eye, which is blocking your perspective. Okay, and it seems like your desire is actually going to also close a cycle and open up a new one. If you have been through a certain thing when it comes to financial struggle, it seems like that's closing the cycle here. And there's, like I said, there's someone here in your heart space. Maybe their eyes are close to the truth of the matter of what you want to do. That's why they might be putting negative input. So what happens is we usually like to share our ideas with the people who have a limited vision and they cannot really see what we are seeing. You might be dealing with someone with positive intentions though. This person is not really criticizing you in a negative way. They have positive intentions. But the problem is they don't have your foresight. So that's why I feel like you're changing direction to someone outside your comfort zone who maybe has that foresight. And they are actually showing you another moon here, a crescent moon, maybe another like a procedural way to make your dreams come true, which sounds beautiful to me. Let's shuffle your cards and see. We're going to start with your financial state currently. And then at the end of this one, after the tarot, I'm going to pull 3 important things you need to know at this time. And a sigil to attract abundance, which you can put it on your wall and can be also useful for you. On the bottom, I see 3 of Wands already. So 3 of Wands symbolizes that you're going on a new adventure. Your plans are going to work out really well. And this is also the energy of trusting that everything is always working out for you because your plan is sound and you are trusting yourself. You are like on the right pathway, feeling that this is your divine calling and it's going to actually get you to where you really want to go, maybe even somewhere better than you can imagine. We have 5 of Cups here, financial state, and the 2 of Pentacles. I don't do reversals, but 2 of Pentacles reverse can give us the energy of maybe things going off balance. Okay, but let's see. 5 of Cups energy is your current financial state. Seems like here maybe you started something and some part of it didn't really go through. You have 2 cup upright. Maybe you invested something, you got some return, but the rest of it didn't work out. You sold your house or you want to sell a house or you want to purchase something. Some of the stuff is not really working. And that can create some financial material disappointment. Okay, cups are all about emotion. And I feel like maybe your heart is actually feeling crushed right now because it's not really going through the way you want it to be. However, when we look at the original tarot, we see that 3 cups are spilled and you see this juices. Oh, 3 of Wands on the bottom again, guys, which is you're on a good adventure. You're going to set to a new good adventure. So don't worry about if the things are not really going the way you want it to be right now, because it seems like the universe is already working and the wheels are turning. You see these juices here flowing out of side of these cups. These are actually symbolizing poison, which is like something that is not really beneficial for you at this time. That's why you couldn't get these cups like upright here. So maybe your financial state is not really looking as bright as you want it to be at this time. However, it seems like here something is working on the background and divine powers are working on something that is going to be much more beneficial for you. Where will your new sources income is going to come from? 2 of Pentacles here, we got it upright. It seems like here, like okay, not upright, the other way around, reversed. This means that there are some waves maybe happening, okay, in life, that you're having some struggles of managing things, maybe too much of work, that you're putting too much energy into the things. However, this is where the resources are going to show up. I feel like here you might try to find a quick solution or organization to something that you want to manage, you want to control, you want to track. And that system is where the opportunity lies. And you might not really feel it right now because you're under a lot of stress, because 2 of Pentacles, when it's reverse, it means like there's so many waves. Actually, you're feeling all the movement and just maybe creating a turmoil here. However, again, doesn't matter which way I flip it, the the cycle of life, the dolphins are actually swirling around each other, meaning you're going to find balance within this situation, and you're also going to find the solution to your material situation too. Okay, it seems pretty bright to me. The opportunities to consider are going to reveal themselves when you make a choice. Okay. Two of Swords indicates that you're in between two situations and they're both looking really valuable, really beneficial. But the thing is, though, you need to make a decision about one of them. And I see here, there's the frog is choosing one side. We have the crescent moon and leaning towards the crescent moon. This can be leaning towards the thing with the system, which has a system in it. This can be the simplest thing, okay? Maybe you want to invest in something rather than investing something that is really established yesterday. Investing in something that has a system for so long. It can be indicative of that. Like, I'm giving this as an example because everybody's situation is different, but having a system, a structure, a foundation is important here. That's what the crescent moon, that's why it indicates government, and so which has a system in it. Doesn't have to be government. It can be even if you're investing in, or maybe choosing a job here, going with a company that is bigger. Even maybe it's paying not amount that you want. However, they might have better benefits in the future, or it looks better on your resume in the future. It can be much more beneficial. The referrals, the references that you're going to get out of it can be amazing in the future. Okay. And let's see the opportunity. This is actually how will these opportunities benefit you. Seven of Pentacles is not really having clarity. So I want to pull one more. How will these benefit you? Seven of Pentacles indicates that you planted your seeds carefully. You're on the pathway. You're taking necessary action. You're not really seeing exact results that you want. There's some turmoil, but you're really sure moving forward and picking your decision, but still not feeling sure if the things are going to work out. And let me tell you, Leo, the king come forth here. And the king tells you need to, again, fully be in your own energy. That's how you're going to benefit from these opportunities. If you act like someone, if you like allow things that you don't want, maybe not draw your boundaries, or this doesn't mean, like I said here, maybe like a better option is coming forward that you need to choose. But this doesn't mean that when you step into that space, be a doormat. Okay, so you need to be confident, knowing, experienced, and also following that gut feeling and a passion as well, without doubt, going towards your heart's desire, and without doubting that your seeds are growing. You're going to benefit from the opportunities. Okay. Every thought, like everything that we're going through and living right now, is a manifestation of a past thought. So if you're not really seeing the results, now it's time to change your thoughts and think in the same direction of your desire here. Okay. The outcome we have is Five of Swords. You might find yourself in an environment initially. We have here the crescent moon again illuminating, and in an environment that is a little shady, because Five of Swords can indicate someone might actually like to win no matter what. And that's why maybe you're having a turmoil in here. How you will benefit from the situation. So this timeline, this kind of timelines requires actually different types of thinking. Also, we have King of Pentacles here. Maybe you're dealing with someone who wants to collect all the benefit or all the investment. At the end of the day, you're going to get something very beneficial, and they want to take it for themselves, or they want to take it all out of the bank and put it in something that you don't know what's happening about it. In this case, you should be also acting like the King of Pentacles, very smart, calculated, and like someone who can really knows the moment, can guess the future as well. King of Pentacles is someone wealthy. This can be someone you can ask help from. Also, someone wealthy, someone structured, someone actually who knows what they're doing when it comes to money. If that's the case, if you're dealing with someone who's shady and wants to win in against all odds and defeat everyone in front of them, and maybe even bypass you, it seems like there's some much more stable opportunity and option that you can choose from. Okay, let's see the clarifiers here. Let's see your financial state with the Five of... There's death coming, so I feel some of you are really ending a situation. But the thing is, the death card is not really in the literal sense. This means that there's a king here, old king, cannot make the right decision. Now, like, this is the end of it. And even though Pope here is fearful and death can come for anyone, he knows that there's a new sunshine coming forward. So this is a structure that doesn't work for you anymore. And this is changing. Okay. It can be sudden change coming forward. That's why you should be ready for that. However, Five of Cups tells me that you're already aware this is coming forth. Two of Pentacles comes with the Magicians. I'm telling you, if there is the world is turning upside down, you are showing up as the magician to turn it back up. Like, you have the solutions here. You need to use all your resources, mental resources, material resources, if you have any, and you are going to be the one coming out of the situation victorious in a leadership position, okay? If there's turmoil, you're going to be the one that's settling that down. When it comes to making a decision, the opportunities consider. Seven of Pentacles comes again here. Two very doubtful cards. So it seems like your Five of Swords comes again too. So if you don't make a decision, you might get defeated. Here, maybe you're delaying some things. And if you're having a hard time, there's a way that you can also like draw a line on a paper, disadvantages and advantages, start writing those down. And when you write 20 of those, you will see clearly which one is much more beneficial for you. That can be the one that is bringing clarity. But if you are doubting if you're going to be successful, like, someone might actually come in and take what's meant for you. This can be even like asking for a promotion at work. If you're doubtful, should I do it? Did I do right? Did I plant my seed right? Am I social enough? Do they love me? If you hesitate, someone might come in and take those, like, defeat you, take what's yours, okay? When it comes to how will these opportunities benefit you, I told you, do not doubt, go forward full to that night with full force, and you're going to be victorious. Also, this doesn't mean that you need to burn the whole place down. We have here King of Cups. You can actually be yourself in a gentle way. You don't need to change who you are in order to become successful. You can be gentle, loving, and also this is masculine energy here, even though maybe this is not male energy, but masculine energy. Taking action is going to be necessary too. Taking necessary action, doing what's necessary in the situation is going to help you benefit the opportunities. Outcome is King of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles. So your seeds are going to grow very beautifully. Okay. When you embody the energy of like your own self, your authenticity, and tactfully move towards your direction, your desire, your seeds gonna grow. You're gonna become an authority, I feel here. Another thing also is the Knight of Pentacles tells me that you will get the chance to maybe even plant new seeds for the future, do other things and that you want, your heart is desiring. It's not only going to stay where you are manifesting your desires. Also, you're going to be able to, like, your current desires, you're going to be able to plant seeds for the future things that you want, because it's in human nature. We don't end up with one thing that we desire and then just hold on to it till the day, like, our life comes to an end. We desire things every single moment, so it's a normal thing. And it seems like here you're going to be able to plant the seeds of your heart's desire when you demand what's yours and do not let anybody else take it, and move forward tactfully and gently and with full passion to your heart's desire. You will plant the seeds. You're going to get the victory, and then you're going to plant new seeds for the future desires. Now I'm pulling the 3 important things you need to know this time. First of all, we had the Phoenix. I saw the Dragon, a lot of fire, a lot of transformation that you are actually going through, it seems like here. Be prepared to be renewed after a period of crisis. Seems like the Death card in the Five of Cups is actually symbolizing that. So some of you are going through this, like, I think there's a Rumi quote that when you burn, actually you come out stronger. So don't take it in the sense of like burning in a painful way. I feel like this can be also your experiences are going to be extremely useful in your financial material growth, okay? And another thing we have is the celebrations, which we'd love to see. You're ready to bring a new and exciting things into your life. And celebrations, I feel like you might be getting some gifts and your heart's desire. And when you make the decision and move towards your desire strongly, confidently, you're also going to be granted other gifts too, okay? Finally, I have a transformation, and guess what? I see numbers are catching my eyes. We have two fives here. 25, 5 and 32 makes up 5, also 2 and 3. So it seems like 5 is travel, new adventure, a new life. Some of you are really creating a new life for yourself, okay? And the transformation here states, reach out for the power and strength to make changes. Enrich your life and become the person you want to be. So, like I said, the person you want to be doesn't have to be a warrior that slays everyone right there. You might be dealing here with a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius, someone very calculative, and they don't hesitate themselves, even though they don't have what it takes to achieve success, but they might be actually driving, trying to cut in front of you. So that's why it says like transformation. Take the road of the transformation. Do not hesitate. Keep moving forward and keep making your moves, okay, in confidence. Let's see your sigil to attract abundance to your life during this timeline. Let's see what wants to come forward for you. We have protection, which all of these 5 of swords actually requires a protection. You can take a screenshot. You can draw it on your, like on a paper, and put it on your fridge, which can be a protective energy for you, or create a protective energy shield for you. So when you're going towards your heart's desire, and when you're manifesting more money, or even expanding your wealth, okay? And strong protective magic for the family and the home. There you go. Maybe even businesses, you can put it on your business place, okay? I keep imagining it on the fridge. I don't know why, but yeah, if you have a fridge at work, why not? Just put it on there. All right, beautiful Leo, that's all for today. I would like to thank you for joining me, and I wish you a beautiful day. Bye. Hey, beautiful, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.